Now that football season is starting up just around the corner, it's probably a good time as any to upgrade the audio on my TV with a soundbar. In fact, after researching soundbars, it made more sense to get at least a subwoofer included as well. I happened to run across the Vizio 5.1 Soundbar SE with Dolby Atmos and DTS:X. This is model SV510X-806 in case you're wondering. It's only $198 at Walmart, which is just about the same price as some of the soundbars by themselves that I was looking at. Inside the box, it comes with a 33-inch soundbar compact subwoofer, which looks kind of interesting. It's got the sub on the bottom. Also has 2 surround speakers or rear speakers. It comes with a pretty nice HDMI cable and quick fit mounting screws if you happen to have a Vizio TV already. The soundbar has 1 HDMI, 1 USB, and where you plug in the power. It says 75 watts on the back, and then it says 115 watts peak power for the entire system at Walmart. But then I see 180 watts on Amazon, so I'm not sure which is correct. The subwoofer has 2 ports on the back, one for each of the small surround speakers, and build quality is actually pretty nice on here considering the price. I wasn't sure about the rounded corners as far as the style goes, but it actually looks much better in person. You also have some controls there on the side of the soundbar, like volume, power, source. I think setup was pretty easy as well. It was just a matter of connecting the soundbar through the HDMI eARC or whatever they're calling it. I know every TV is a little bit different. Then you just power up the subwoofer with the 2 surround speakers plugged into that using the included RCA plugs, and that's pretty much it. It just started working right away. I also downloaded the Vizio app, which is nice. It gives you different presets, or you can customize the EQ settings as well. You can also listen to music from your phone, but I'll probably just use this for movies, sports, TV shows, that kind of thing. My first impressions, even before changing the EQ settings, was yeah, this thing sounds much better than the built-in TV speakers. It even has surprisingly good bass considering the size of the subwoofer. I did have one issue where the app keeps timing out, and then I would have to reconnect almost every time by turning on and off the Bluetooth settings. Not really a deal breaker, but something I thought I would mention. Another thing I noticed is when testing this with my Fire TV Stick remote is I couldn't get it to control the volume on the soundbar, but then when I tested my Chromecast with Google TV, it controlled the volume with no problem. It was almost instant. So not sure if there's a trick that you've got to do with the Fire TV Stick, but just keep in mind it's going to be a little bit different depending on which streaming device you're using, if you just want to use one remote. Right now I just have the surround speaker just sitting on a table. I'll definitely be getting some speaker stands here shortly. I feel like the wires are probably a little bit too long for what I need, but probably better that way than having the wires be too short. I did see some reviews talking about the surround speakers not being that loud. I guess I can sort of see that. Probably depends on what you're watching, but I would keep the surround speakers pretty close to where you're sitting. I was a little concerned that there was no optical audio, but so far this thing's pretty impressive. I still have my old receiver, but wanted something a little more simple for my new setup. I've got to admit, the soundbar is nice and loud with good clarity and has better than expected sound quality. The subwoofer hits harder than you would think for the size as well. We'll see how it goes after testing this a little bit longer, but so far I think it's definitely worth checking out. It's got much better than expected sound quality considering the price, and yeah, I can see why this is one of the most popular systems out there. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.